For example, if I tell the people before calling you, like the last time we talked was like here goes my cat. The last time we talked, it was like 8 months ago, right, or a year. I don't know how much time it passed. Suddenly, out of the blue, out of the nothing, I started thinking about you again, and I say, okay, this is like a real example of how it comes, how that feeling comes, that you need to do something, you have to do something. It's not rational. That it comes a feeling with an instruction that you have to do this. It's like an invitation. It's not an obligation. It's you should do this. Like you feel good doing this. You don't know why, but you follow that, and suddenly it ends up in this interview that goes on the internet. And it happens with everything.
Rightfully said. You need to understand how I have no intentional communication with you. Okay, you started getting a feeling, and it is because there's a certain frequency at which you are functioning. And when your waves and my waves meet, you suddenly remember me. That means you had these waves when you met me last 8-9 months back, and these very same waves came, and there is a little Ramesh inside you, just like I talked to you earlier. And so you started experiencing, you started thinking of him, and then you said, so I feel good, I need to contact him. So that is how communication happens in the universal network. And don't think anybody comes from outside inside you, but it is you who raise your vibrations to the level of that person inside you. And that is why you think about it, and then you take action. And you took action and spoke to me and wrote an email. So that's why we're having this interview. And that's how the communication happens.
Some people cannot take it to action. So what is it that makes like most of the people not turning those emotions or feelings into actions? What do you think that is stopping us? Yeah, I can picture the devil and the angel speaking, and one says, okay, you feel like doing this, and the other one says, no, you cannot do it because it's not possible. I don't know. It happens a lot with money. It happens a lot with healing a disease. It happens with a lot of things. Why do you think this is so much activated?
Okay. It's because of the mind. Okay. And the mind fluctuates because of the ego. And it says yes or no. And there is always a confusion. Should I do this? Should I not do this? If I do this, this will happen. If I don't do this, this will happen. This is my past experience. So it always is about a past and future. And the mind, and especially the ego, tries to keep you in a past and a future and never allows you to come to this moment. So this confusion is always there. I cannot do. I'm not able to. Or I can. If I do, there will be implications. So this confusion is there. And so all the problem which we all are facing, or the stresses, is because of the yes and no's. Okay? All these yes and no's cause the confusion, and these every time you decide. Let's take an example of a chocolate. If I have a chocolate in my hand, and if somebody is hungry and looks at the chocolate, your mouth starts watering, right? And then you want to go and reach out for the chocolate. Now so you send a message from here to your right hand to all these muscles, hey, you need to take action to reach out to the chocolate. And in no time, you remember that if you eat chocolate, your mama said you will put on weight, so you should not eat chocolate. And you send the second signal, no, no, no. So it's yes, 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 no, no, no. We are sending signals, motor signals. At the same time, we are sending signals to the hand. This is how past experience, this chocolate is so soft, so I need to gently hold it. So you send a sensory message to the hand. But the yes, no continued. So the whole thing gets confused. That is how we develop so-called stress. That is how we develop, and persistent stress is the cause of disease. Okay? So, and that ends up into pain in the body, aches in the body, or allergies, or eczemas. But one more thing is there. Even without the chocolate coming, you use up the energy for the salivation process. The mouth starts watering. And also, at the same time, a message goes from the vagus nerve into the stomach. Acid secrete, chocolate coming. It goes information to pancreas. Pancreas, enzymes secrete. Now, the chocolate never comes because of the confusion. So you've lost the acids, you've lost the enzymes, and you created a stress for yourself, and you have used up all the energy required. So now there's a lack of energy in the system which doesn't allow us to come to the present moment. And that is the reason why all this happens, and stress. And the simple key of how to get rid of stress is to distract yourself from the head into some other part of the body. And automatically you'll become thoughtless and all the energy will release. And I will let you experience it when we meet in person or on Skype, when we all meet and have a dialogue. And I will let you experience that change. So that is very important.
Okay.
So you understand?
Perfect. Follow you. But it comes a second question. For example, if we have a person trying to go on a diet, for example, and has this chocolate on his or her hand, and all he or she has is the yes, I need to eat it, and you need to work on, maybe it's not on the no, but maybe you have to work in a balance that maybe you have too many chocolates. Which should be the other process, like.
Okay. For example, I will say I'm a doctor. Okay. What was the old story I just told you, that you wasted all your energy by secreting the enzymes and the acid and the saliva? So, and especially if this person was a diabetic patient and he's not allowed to eat chocolates because the doctor recommended it. Can you imagine his situation? I mean, he's struggling, wants to eat the chocolate, but he's not supposed to eat the chocolate. And he's wasted all those energy in secreting the enzymes and everything. And if he doesn't eat the chocolate, all that is going to go waste. And also he's going to be very dissatisfied. So as a doctor, you'll be surprised. I asked him, hey, you feel like eating something? You feel like eating chocolate? If that desire comes, do eat it. Otherwise, everything is going to go waste. You need to have something in moderation to satisfy yourself and fulfill yourself. That is the key. Don't dissatisfy yourself. It's going to be a worse situation and you're going to have more stress.
Perfect.
You got that? So in this person who is on a diet, please don't make him struggle. First of all, I don't agree with diets.
Me neither. But
diet,
it's something that it's on most of us.
Yeah. Diet means to die. To die. Understand? You have to listen to your body and eat whatever you want, and don't get programmed by all the information of all the foods. If your body wants to eat fat today, eat it. Wants to eat meat, eat it. Have the freedom to do what you want. You will never put on weight. You will never have problems. And the real problem is because lack of movement. The problem is not the diet, not the food, not the nutrition. It's the lack of exercise.
Well, right now in Argentina, last 5 years, there have been like a lot of movements, like vegan movements and I don't know, for example, or vegetarian movements. So what I see is that they are struggling between each other, that eating animals is bad, eating animals is good, you should eat raw things. And what do you think about that? What do you think about like that fighting? There is what is good or not?
You see, it's a total confusion state. It's all programs. Tell me, look, imagine a person who is in the Himalayas and there's snow and there's nothing to eat, and you see an insect moving. You have to catch that insect and eat it in order to survive, in order to exist. So that is one level. Second is you need to listen to your body, talk to your body, and whatever your body wants, please, for God's sake, eat that without any guilt. It is a guilt feeling which is causing the problem. What's wrong with the animals? Now, if we were not supposed to eat animals, why is it that certain countries where there is nothing growing and it's only the animal meat which they can eat in order to survive? Take Mongolia, for example. Minus 30-degree temperature. What vegetation is going to be there? They eat animals. So don't say this is wrong, this is right. This is part of how God made everything for us to survive. And after all, these animals also eat grass. Understand? So we have an agenda that I'm a vegan, I'm a veg, I'm a non-veg, I'm this. I'm a free bird. Whatever I feel is right for me and whatever body is asking for, eat in moderate. That's it.